You can tell Jelly Roll loves wrestling. The TLC Tag Team Match could well steal the show at SummerSlam. That Cody Rhodes promo was completely pointless. What is up, wrestling fans, Jelly Roll fans? You've just seen him on the thumbnail, and my cat who for some reason's just done a dump on the wall. I am Ben Allison here at Wrestling Republic, and I have analysed last night's episode of Friday Night SmackDown, and here are my 5 key findings. In at number 5, that Cody Rhodes promo was completely pointless. He basically just said nothing for 5 minutes. Obviously outside of the Hogan tribute, right? I'm taking that out of the equation. I thought he did a really good job with those couple of lines. But other than that, this promo was just basically a whole lot of nothing. He practically said nothing. There's 2 weeks, or basically just over 1 week until SummerSlam, and it does not feel like that with this feud. And it's crazy because, at least in my opinion, the 2 worst feuds of this John Cena heel run so far have been both of the Cody Rhodes ones. And that's crazy to say when the 2 people in it are Cody Rhodes and John Cena. That, in this day and age, should be a huge deal. And from a storytelling perspective, I just don't feel like Cody Rhodes has leaned anywhere near enough into trying to not make the same mistakes that he made at WrestleMania. He should be making it clear that he is going to do anything. And he kind of did at the end of the segment last week, but this week he just said a whole bunch of nothing again. He should be making it clear, John, this is a street fight. I don't care. I'm going to break all those rules. I am going to take that title off you. I am not going to let you take that title away. The title I worked my entire career to get. The top title in this industry. You are not taking it. Because at this point, from a kayfabe perspective in the WWE locker room, there should be a massive, massive, massive fear that Cena is going to take that title away and retire with it. Screw it, if I was John Cena, I'd do a vignette with The Rock or something and have The Rock unveil a TKO title. I remember they actually did have one for some business thing before. Just use that and just show it and be like, this will be the new title when I escape with the title. Bang! There you are. Once again, fans will be like, we need to get the title off Cena ASAP. More of them will root for Cody. There's more of a reason to actually care for it. But right now, it just kind of feels like nothing. There should be more layers to it. It should be more interesting. And again, it just doesn't feel like a SummerSlam main event, and we're a week away from SummerSlam. In at number 4, the Julia and Kiana James partnership is so random, but I'm interested. I mean, never in a million years did I think Kiana James was going to make her return to WWE television by being the manager, or at least the business manager, or whatever it was they called it, for Julia. It is extremely random. But James does have a lot of upside to her, so it could work. And Julia, I mean, WWE just haven't really had any idea about what to really do with Julia from a character perspective since calling her up to the main roster. They clearly know she's talented, and that's why they gave her the US title. But outside of that, it kind of feels like they're out of ideas. So maybe, just maybe, this wild solution could be the solution. But can this just please mean that this US Championship finally gets on premium live events? Because right now, this title feels less important than the Men's United States Championship, and that is saying something. That's like the ultimate insult at this point. In at number 3, the TLC Tag Team Match could well steal the show at SummerSlam. These 6 teams with tables, ladders, and chairs in a stadium in a huge event like SummerSlam, it has got me excited. It's going to be a banger. I'm guessing it is going to be on night 2 of the show, because right now night 1 is 3 tag team matches, meanwhile night 2 has none. I don't really know how I feel about that. I don't think the cards are very balanced as it is, but that's a topic for another day. But this ladder match, or this TLC match I should say, it's going to be bucket loads of fun. My only concern is when there is 12 people in a match like this, it can be very, very chaotic. You risk, and it's a really easy mistake to make, just having 8 people outside the ring at all times, and it's just blatant on TV that they are just waiting to roll into the ring. And I hate it when that happens. I hate it. It looks overly choreographed, and it just takes me out of the match a little bit. And that was the issue, in my opinion, they had during the WrestleMania 40 ladder match. It's really difficult to produce a match to this magnitude, but hey, the TLC match they had on SmackDown after WrestleMania, yes, it was half the amount of teams, but that was a banger, so hopefully it's more like that compared to WrestleMania 40s. Right, before we get into the top 2 key findings, plus the thoughts which you guys have submitted to me, can I quickly ask you guys to just leave a like, subscribe, and comment on this video? It really does help me out massively. I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you. In at number 2, I'm actually loving this Charlotte and Alexa Bliss tag team. In fact, dare I say, this is the most interesting thing that Charlotte Flair has done in years. And I think part of that is that you can genuinely tell that Charlotte is enjoying it, whereas in certain storylines in recent times, it's kind of been obvious she hasn't. Her and Alexa clearly enjoy working together. We are seeing them, there's photos of them at Disneyland together, in their own free time. You can tell they are both enjoying it. And that is coming across really clearly on screen as well. And it is making Charlotte the most likable she has been to WWE fans in years. And of course, that fantastic Players Tribune article she did. If you haven't read it, make sure to check that out. But that, along with some of the other interviews she's been doing in the minute, I do think have helped a lot as well. But even still, this tag team, I think, is great. And obviously, from a kayfabe perspective, this is going to end in tears. But for right now, let's keep them together. Hey, screw it, give them the tag team titles even, and just keep them together until maybe WrestleMania season. Then at that point, maybe have Alexa join the Wyatt Six and turn on Charlotte. And in at number 1, you can tell Jelly Roll loves wrestling, and so far he is looking really good. I mean, that big boss man slam he hit last night looked genuinely fantastic. And that promo, it was not only convincing, it was not only confident, but it was also really entertaining. And I've been adamant that John Cena should not lose the title to Cody Rhodes, but I'm not really sure who should take the title off him, so maybe it's Jelly Roll. I am only joking about that, but in all seriousness, I am really impressed by what I've seen from Jelly Roll, and I do think he is going to shock, or at least surprise a lot of people at SummerSlam. And I know a lot of fans are hating on the fact that Jelly Roll is on the SummerSlam card and LA Knight isn't. But the fact of the matter is, Jelly Roll is a bigger draw than LA Knight. Yes, it sucks, but my bigger issue is that I do think Drew McIntyre should be in a different program to this. In this point in his career, especially when he didn't really have a major program at WrestleMania, I do think he should be in the main event scene heading into SummerSlam. Plus, I still don't think from McIntyre's character perspective, him teaming with Logan Paul makes any sense as well. But Jelly Roll is genuinely the part of this which at this point I have the least issue with, and I'm excited to see what he does at SummerSlam. I'm sure it's going to make an absolute ton of mainstream headlines, and I think it's going to work well. But anyway, enough of me just waffling on, let's get into the thoughts which you guys have sent into us. If you don't know, the way we get this is through the Wrestling Republic account, where in the broadcast channel, we ask people after every Raw and after every SmackDown what their thoughts, their highs and the lows are from each episode, and then I answer them. Right, kicking things off with Ethan Paul Dean _26, who says the high was Alexa Bliss versus Roxanne Perez. I'm going to be honest, I do think they could have a much better match than they had last night, but it was great to see them in the ring together. Caleb says, RIP Hulk Hogan. Absolutely, obviously a legend of this business. Obviously, he had those controversies as well. There is no denying those. I mean, that disgusting leaked voicemail or whatever it was, that was horrific. There's no denying it at all. But at the same time, that man did a lot for professional wrestling. And would the industry be the same as it is without him? I really don't think so. And SmackDown, I did think was a nice tribute show for him. Mitchell _Victoria 999 says, finally, the WWE Tag Team titles are on SummerSlam and Kiana James is back. No real lows for me. Loving the positivity. And yeah, it's fantastic to see Kiana James back on our screens for sure. Jose99 is thrilled that we have a TLC match announced for SummerSlam, the Hulk Hogan tribute, Cody's promo. Again, I've got to disagree with you on that one because I really did not like that promo at all. And Kiana James with Julia, I agree on 3 out of those 4, but the lows were Roxanne versus Alexa and Jade versus Chelsea. I'm a Sabrina Carpenter fan, so I did like that little Sabrina Carpenter reference from Chelsea Green to set up the match, but it was just a little bit pointless, wasn't it? And last but certainly not least, Ollie ____ Stokes says TLC at SummerSlam could very easily steal the show. I agree 100%. That does bring us to the end of today's Allison Analysis. If you guys did enjoy, please hit a thumbs up, comment your thoughts down below, and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll be back on Tuesday to talk a little bit of Monday Night Raw. Peace!